Hi, this is Mr. Brett from the Future Plan Center. This is the Class of 2023 Future Planning Information video. This comes to you from the Future Plan Center in K31 and the Junior Home Office in F40. The topics in this video will be Naviance, the process, year by year what students should be doing, standardized testing, year statistics, and resources here at North Penn High School and outside of North Penn High School. First, we'll start at the Naviance homepage. Along the top, you'll see a few different areas of where you can click to go to different pages. And for this one, we'll start at Self-Discovery. In Self-Discovery, a drop-down box will appear, and we can go to the Strengths Explorer. This is something that we have asked our students to complete at some point during their high school career. When you click on Strengths Explorer, there will be a page that says take assessments. It explains the assessment and also says take assessments. Now you'll see that this one says continue assessment because I myself have worked on this one as a test student. But the questions are that it's a 78 question survey. You can only take this once. We cannot reset this for you. So please make sure you take this seriously. You can't go back and change any answers. And your questions will automatically be saved if you don't finish in one sitting, but it's recommended that you finish in one sitting. So as you take that test, you'll go through and the assessments will figure out what it is that are your talents, your strengths, and it'll help you then choose careers based off of that. Also on the left-hand side, you'll notice the career interest profiler. That's another one, and the next slide will show you that. Another assessment talking about interests to help figure out a career. So this one is the strengths and your assessments paired with your interest. Using both of those can really help narrow down at least a career area, not a specific career, but a career area. This is the interest profiler and what it looks like when you go to start the assessment. Again, top right-hand corner will be start the assessment. When you take those assessments, a form will come out and tell you what it is that your strengths are for this one in the Strengths Explorer, and the other one will be what your interests are in the Career Interest Profiler. You might not be able to interpret this, but I can. So please, if you take it and you want to interpret it and work on some careers, please stop and down and see me in the Future Plan Center or shoot me an email and I can take a look at it as well. When you see those assessment reports, it will then give you a place to click for careers. And I took this several times in a different test student, and these are the careers that came out. Little did I know that I should be an educator. So it shows the careers that might be a possibility. You can hit the heart and favorite them. You can read about them, and you can even click a little further. I'm going to go and click the first one. That is Educational Guidance and Career Counselor. It's exactly what I happen to be. So I'll click on that, and it'll give me a breakdown. Now on the left-hand side, you will see, at a glance, what kind of education you need, the median salary across the country, and then it'll give you what they do in a normal day. Typically, not exactly every day is going to be like that, but that's some of the things that we work on as counselors during a normal day. In the middle, there is a salary scale with the darker blue states being the highest paid and the lighter blue states being the least paid. And obviously that's where they get their median salary. And on the right-hand side, it talks about how you got there with your Holland scale, social, enterprising, and artistic, and also related majors and related careers. If you click on the related majors, schools will then come up that have those majors in which you can then go apply to and then get into that field of study after graduating from that program, training center, degree, whatever it might be. If we go back to the main page of Naviance, we go up to the About Me tab in the top right-hand corner. You'll notice there's another drop-down box. The first one is going to be resume. And again, we've asked our students at some point throughout their high school career to complete a resume. This is a resume generator, for lack of a better term, and it's extremely easy to use. I'm going to show what that looks like right here. So students would come into the resume. They would click on what is that. It's a plus button to begin with, and it has the drop-down box. And then it'll give you a bunch of different areas where you can choose. And you would choose education, talk about where you went to school, North Penn. You can choose volunteer services. Did you go to Manor on Main Street? Did you volunteer through Key Club? Extracurricular activities. What have you done outside of school? Do you play sports? Do you work? Do you have a volunteer? Do you volunteer weekly somewhere? Different stuff like that. Awards. Have you earned an award through something that you've been doing? This is something where you highlight yourself. This is a brag sheet essentially, but it's more of a formal brag sheet. References, leadership. What have you done? What kind of roles do you have in a leadership role? Make sure you're updating this as you go on, because this is something great to have for your applications, whether it's to a job, whether it's to a training center or a college. You can use this in any way, shape, or form, because you can download it as a PDF and print it and hand it to a possible employer, or you can download it as a PDF and upload it onto your college applications or training center applications. This is just what it looks like when you have typed in everything and it's available for you. Again, you can download this as a PDF and save it and have it for at your disposal. Back at the Navient's homepage, if you go to colleges, there'll be a bunch of different areas for you to go to. We're going to stay in the Find Your Fit area on the left-hand side and go to Advanced College Search. And here you'll see that you can search by many different categories. You want to go, the first one is type. What kind of school? Are you looking for a 4-year school, a 2-year school, public, private? Is it a big school? Is it a small school? Is it in a large city? Is it in a small city? Is it in the middle of nowhere? And that's completely okay. Whatever you want, you can search by. You can then move over to location. Where is it? Is it close to home? Is it far away from home? Is it down south? Is it in California? Is it up in the Pacific Northwest? Is it in the Mideast? Is it Middle America down to up in Chicago or Wisconsin? So anywhere really you can look. Is it in Canada? We have plenty of students who apply to schools in Canada. Then the students is the size of the school. The admissions is what is the school looking for? Are they looking for students in the top 25% of their class or different percentage of the class? And standardized test scores, GPAs. Make sure that you know your stats going in there, and you can search by admission. Athletics, if that's something you're interested in, for 2 different ways. Are you going to play athletics in college, or is it something where you want to be at a school that a football Saturday is what you want? Do you want to go to a place like Penn State that Saturday in the fall is all about the football game? And that's really what you're looking for. You want to go to that big school with the big school spirit, big major athletic events happening. You can search that way. Majors, huge, important education part here. If the school doesn't have your major that you're interested in, then you shouldn't go there. So that's a great way to search, probably the number one factor in what you should be searching for. Cost, extremely important. Cost of the school is extremely important. Go somewhere that's you're going to be able to afford, and it's going to be able to give you money based on how well you've done in your academics. The last one is special programs, and that one is strictly different kind of clubs and extracurricular activities. So fraternities, JROTC or ROTC programs, different events like that, different programs like that. It has nothing to do with actually academic. It's more of extracurricular. And after you search, you'll notice that there are a couple schools that populate. The search that I did is the criteria right here. And 7 schools match that. I'm going to go ahead and choose the first one, being University of Delaware, just because it's the first school on the list. And the school has its own page here on Navient's. And you'll see pictures. You can take a guided tour. You'll see average net price. You'll see graduation rate, acceptance rate. And then college overlaps is 10 other schools that a lot of students apply to, just like University of Delaware. You'll see a deadline. And across the top, you have the overview, studies, which is their programs, student life, admissions, which I'm going to go to next, and also the cost, very important. I told you I'm going to go to admissions. Let's take a look at that. This is called a scattergram. So you have the average GPA based on a 6.0 scale across the top, and the average SAT based on 1600 going vertically. So the green checks, based on the legend down the bottom, the green checks mean students who got in. The green dots are waitlisted accepted. The purple dots are waitlisted unknown, and the X's are denies. The blue little circle with the profile of a person is you, or me in this instance. So you'll notice that the GPA that I put in here for myself and SATs are a little bit below they're average, but that doesn't mean that I can't get in because there's other green check marks around. Now, some of those green check marks could be outliers, could be a student in a specialized program, could be a student athlete who has a leg up on some things, could be someone whose parents had gone to school there in their legacy and have donated money, something along those lines. Or the X in the very right-hand side could be another outlier. Maybe they put it in that they applied, but they really forgot to do something in the very end. And that's what happened, and that's because they didn't get in. This is a very useful tool in the sense of, should I apply there or should I not apply there? It's not a guarantee, slam dunk, yes, I'm going to get in, no, I'm not going to get in, but it's definitely something as a guide to use as if you should or should not apply there. So I definitely want students to use this. Back to the homepage. Again, you'll notice up in the top where it says University of Delaware, there's a heart. And if you click on that heart, it will then go into your colleges I'm thinking about list. And you'll see University of Delaware down on that list. Back to the front page of Navient, if you scroll down a little bit, you will notice what's new. And in the what's new section are school visits. Now you'll see that East Stroudsburg is coming on February 16th at 12 p.m. If you were to click more info on that or any of the schools, you will then get a page of list for you to have a chance to register there. It gives you the breakdown, it gives you the location, the time, and when the registration is closed. Right now you'll see that there's 5 of 30 seats available. Taken. So that means there's 25 seats available. And if you go and click on that, 5 of 50 seats, go click register. It'll just say that you have now registered. You can use that as a pass to come down when Penn State is here on February 23rd. We just blew through Naviance very quickly, but it is just a starting point. And if you have any questions, please come email me or come talk to me in the Future Plan Center. Options. What are your options after North Penn High School? So there are career options. You could have gone to North Montco and gotten your certification through their program. You can do on-the-job training, where you go to a place of business they're looking to hire, and you can train to get a job there and work your way up through a career. There's training programs, whether it's a technical trade school, specialized program, or certificate, or apprenticeship programs. And one thing I will say about that is the trades are right now in dire need, which means they are giving lots of money to those who can go through the training programs, apprenticeship program, training program, whatever it might be. And we're always going to need plumbers. We're always going to need HVAC people. So if you are interested in the trades, come down and talk to me, and we'll make sure that we can get you either looking at a trade school or looking at an apprenticeship program, because there's always going to be jobs and there's plenty of money available for you right now. A 2-year school, you have your associate's degree or certificate from a community college or junior college. And we also have Montgomery County Community College right down the street. And they have 4-year partner programs with schools across the state, the tri-state area, and even the country. They have 44 schools that they are partner schools with, where if you go to school at Montco for 2 years, get your associate's degree, and earn a certain GPA depending on the school you're looking at, you get in there without even an application. So again, if you're interested in something like that, come down and talk to me or shoot me an email, and we'll start the conversation. And all the way to the right-hand side, you have your bachelor's degree, which is a 4-year college degree, or the possible 2+2 or 3+2 programs with the master's built in, or the doctorate built in for other specialized programs as well. So you have options. You don't have to go to college, but you have to do something. So whatever it is, think about it. Take those assessments that we had earlier through Naviance, talk to me about it, and we'll work through it as a team, and we'll get you to wherever it is you want to do after North Penn. So you have decisions to make. If you're going to go to college, if you're going to go to a training program, what are you looking for? Like I showed you in the assessment, the college search through Naviance, location, size, the majors, the competitiveness, the cost. One thing they didn't talk about is the X factor. What's campus life really like? Is it a commuter school inside the city where it's a smaller school where kids go home on the weekends? Or is it a school where it's a lot of fun on the weekends, where students are out and about, and great campus life? You get to know a lot of people on the campus and have a lot of fun. Another X factor is the food. What's the food like on campus? What's the accessibility to local food stores or food, places to eat? I know we have Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that great stuff, but on campus it might be hard for someone to get to you if there's not a availability of that. So what are some of the X factors you're looking at? And then how you choose a place to go to school after North Penn is what your academic report. How a school chooses you is your academic performance. What did you do in school here? Did you have a great GPA? Did you take the SATs? A lot of schools are not using the SATs, or at least relying on them as much as they used to, because we have what's called score choice, where the SATs are not being looked as heavily upon, and it's your choice whether or not you want to send your SATs or not. But if you did take the SATs or the ACT and you decide that you're going to send your scores in, how'd you do on them? That's a big part of the choice of a college when they're looking at you. What's the rigor of your high school academic schedule? Did you take courses that were really good and you got good grades in them, really high, tough courses, and you got good grades in them? Or did you take easy courses and really do well on them? But it's a matter of schools knowing our academic rigor. And a lot of our schools do. A lot of the schools that we send students to know our academic rigor because we've had such a great reputation for those high, intense, tough academic classes. And a lot of our students do go ahead and take those classes and do very well in them. So I think that that's a piece where our students can confidently say, yeah, my academic rigor was very good. And if you're questioning that, again, just come down and see me and we'll talk through it. Test scores is the next one. We talked about that already. SAT, ACT, test optional is the term they're using. So are we taking the test? And if we took it and we're not happy with our grade or our score on the SAT or ACT, are we able to not report it to the schools based on their policy on test optional scores? Your personal statement or essay, if a school needs that, I've always said this is what can set you apart from the person who they read the application for before you and the person they're going to read the application for after you. Make it about you. Make it about what drives you, what your passion is, what makes you who you are. And that's really what the personal statement should be about, and why you want to do what you want to do, and why you want to go to that school if it is a specific school that's only needing it. Recommendations from teachers. We want to make sure that we're choosing teachers who we've had a good relationship with, possibly a sophomore or junior teacher. Senior teachers are tough because it's just the beginning of the year that we're looking for a recommendation. They don't really know you too well. But if you need to, that's okay. But a recommendation from someone who you've done well in their class and they can speak to your character as well. Also, activities, interest, leadership work, experience, what I talked about with the resume. So making sure you put all that stuff in there and making sure that you have not 15 different things, but 2 or 3 or 4 at the max extracurricular activities you do very well. And you actually have an impact in that club, on that athletic team, in that job, whatever it might be. And then interviews, they're few and far between, but they have grown in recent years due to the pandemic. But an interview can be very nerve-wracking. If it is an interview, it's just to make sure that you essentially are a good character person and that you have a passion for attending that school and what you may want to do when you get there. Your academic performance, what's on your NPHS transcript, so your final grades from 9th through 11th, just the final grades, not the semester, not the quarter grades, just the final grades. Your cumulative weighted GPA from 9th through 11th, your cumulative non-weight GPA from 9th to 11th, and of course your senior courses when we go and send transcripts in the beginning of next year. This is the first year. The class of 2023 is the first graduating class in North Penn to not have a class rank. This is something that we've been working for years because many of our students outside of the top 50 in the class get lost against other schools because we are still ranking, or we were still ranking. And now we are very excited that next year we feel a lot of our students will have a shot at some schools that our students who are ranked might not have gotten into because it just our students who are stuck, whether it's 100 through 300 who are great students, 100 to 500 who are great students, just that ranking number really doesn't do them justice. And we are very excited for next year without the class rank. This is what a transcript looks like. You'll notice that They have the student name. We blank this out. The birth date, the phone number. It has some detailed information. Top left-hand corner is your freshman year, your ninth grade at whatever middle school you went to, but that's technically when you started at North Penn High School. Top right-hand corner is your 10th grade year at North Penn High School. Bottom left-hand corner is your junior year with your, again, final grades in all three of those. And then the bottom right-hand corner is the classes that you will have in senior year. You'll notice no credit on the right-hand side because they're currently in progress when we send these out. And the bottom left, you will notice the weighted GPA, the non-weight GPA, and the total credit that they've earned throughout their 3 years in North Penn, and the rank is blank. The rank won't even be there on the transcript. The word rank will not be there when your transcript is sent out. What should you be doing in junior year? All year, you continue to work hard in classes. Make sure you're trying to get those A's and B's. Continue with activities. Naviance tasks, as I've shown you, please work on them. And then if you can visit campuses, get on campus. Get to see a school if you can. They also do tons and tons and tons of virtual tours now. If you can do something like that, that'd be great. First semester, we took the PSATs, hopefully. If you didn't, not a big deal. And make sure that you're taking courses that you're thinking about. Did they spark an interest in you? Did they make you think, this might be something I want to do in a career? Think about those as you took from the courses you took first semester, junior year, and also this semester as well. Second semester, you got course selection. We're working through that right now. Make sure you're thinking about some courses for next year that might help propel you into a major, something that might spark your mind into, I might do this in my major and might do this in a career. We have college visits in North Penn High School. I showed you those through Naviance and how to sign up. If you want to take the SAT or ACT based on what the college is asking you to do for their test optional policy, do that. We have college and career events. We have different college events. We have college visits. Like I said, we have college fairs, local college fairs that are going to be released very shortly here. I know the PACAC is having a virtual college fair in early May, which I will be sending out later on in the school year, probably in early April. I will send that out. Career events, we are going to be hosting some career events as the year goes on. We're working on those, but we hope to have them available to our students to kind of learn more about careers that are available, or just whether it's a career right out of high school, a training program, or a career that you need a 4-year degree for. We're doing our best to get something along those lines towards the end of the school year for our students. And finally, ask your teachers for letters of recommendation. You want to do that probably before the end of the school year to give your teachers an opportunity to do something over the summer for you or early next year, and ask them in person. Please ask them in person, follow it up with an email, and then next year when we get back from summer break, I'll show you how to do that through Naviance. Summer before senior year, you want to continue visiting campuses. Towards the end of the summer, you want to work on applications. It's all demographic info, your essays, knowing the high school process. What do we do? How do we work that? And I will talk about that when we get back. And beware of deadlines. The last thing says Naviance Boot Camp, August 15th through 18th. In the past couple of years, we've had to do this virtually, unfortunately. And this year, we're hoping to have it back in person. And in a few classrooms in the last week before teachers come back in August. And we'll bring students in, have them work on their applications. We'll tell you all about the process and how things work here, what our deadlines are compared to what the college deadlines are, how to fill out an application, what you need from North Penn, what you need from your own mind or your parents or anything like that. And this Naviance Boot Camp has been very well attended, and it's been a big success in the past couple of years, and we're really looking forward to having it in person this year. Moving over to the next slide, understanding terms. We have early decision, which is binding. So an early decision agreement between you and a college or university means that if you get into that school, you have to go there. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to go to that school. So unless it's your dream school, I do not recommend applying early decision. Early action is non-binding. That's just showing the school you're very interested in that school and you'd love to hear earlier from them than someone who's applying regular decision, which is the next one down. Regular decision means they have a specific deadline. Maybe it's December 1st, maybe it's January 1st, January 15th, or February 1st, but there is a specific deadline. Rolling decision means first come, first reviewed. They might not have an actual deadline. It might be May 1st or June 1st of the following year, which is well past most people's idea of applying to school. But know that the earlier you get it in, the earlier it's going to be reviewed. And as the year goes on, those spots get taken up, so it gets harder and harder to get into the later you apply. Fall of your senior year, you want to take the SAT or ACT again if needed, as I mentioned multiple times, with the test optional. You want to use Navient and the North Penn High School application process, transcripts, letters of recommendation, etc. We'll be working on that throughout the rest of this year and also the beginning of next year. You want to apply to your schools. We will host a college application night, hopefully in person, on September 6th of 2022. We will have a financial aid night. That date is still yet to be determined. We will have an NCAA night in the fall as well, talking about what you need if you would like to play sports in college. And also the Montgomery County PACAC Fair, which we usually host at North Penn. Again, date still to be determined. Standardized testing. We have 3 test dates for the SATs here at North Penn left remaining this year: March 12th, May 7th, and June 4th. We have the SAT-2s if applicable. They're the subject tests. Certain schools may require them or recommend them. We also host them at North Penn. I don't believe they're in the March 12th, but I do know that they're in the May 7th and June 4th test. So if you'd like to take them, because the schools you're looking at are requiring them or recommending them, please do so. Make sure you send your scores from College Board to the schools you're applying to. We do not send them, and the College Board does not automatically send them. Please make sure that you are sending them yourself. You get 4 score sends prior to taking the test for free, and after that, they are $12 a send for every school you send to. SAT preparation, we have the PSAT results, which you can use through Khan Academy through a free personalized tutor on that site through College Board and Khan Academy. We have SAT courses that are available around the area and also personal tutors. If you would like to hear about SAT courses or personal tutors, please email me. I'll give you about 6 or 7 different tutors or SAT courses you can go through and do your own research. I don't want to give you 1 or 2. I want to give you a bunch to kind of go through and make your own decision on that. And lastly, I didn't put this in there, but there are personal or SAT tutors through our peer tutoring club, which is there's flyers around the school for students to take a look at and figure out a day of when they can go and work with a peer tutor on the SATs. And if you'd like to take the ACT, you can go to actstudent.org. A lot of our students have taken the ACT in the past couple years, and we think it's something that our students are very doing very well in, and we think that more students will take it as the years go on. We just don't host it here at North Penn. GPA, this is a question that's always asked. How's it calculated? It's based on your 5 majors. So there's courses that are noted IFE in the program of studies, which is ineligible for exclusion, meaning they have to be used for the GPA. Your GPA is right now your 9th through 10th. It'll then be your 9th through 11th on your transcript, but at the end of the 4 years, it'll be your 9th through 12th grades, final grades as well. And you can see the page of program of studies of how we calculate it numbers-wise based on the 4.0, the 5.0, the 6.0, or the 6 AP courses that you take. NCAA athletics, if you would like to if you're thinking about playing sports in college, make sure that you visit the NCAA website to register for the NCAA Eligibility Center. There is a $95 fee on that website, and your SATs or ACTs do need to go to the NCAA, and the code for that is 9999. I am the NCAA liaison along with Mr. Turner, and if you would like to talk about that, please let me or Mr. Turner know, and we'll work with you through the NCAA Eligibility Center. Resources. The Future Plan Center is in K31. During the school day, students can walk in or make an appointment if they so choose, and family meetings are available by appointment after school. We don't want families coming in during the school because if a student comes in, they should get the first appointment. If just walking in from on a day, then we don't want families taking up slots of that. We can do families appointment after school. Shoot me an email and we'll set something up. Navience is a resource that I've shown you about at length, but also very quickly at length, for lack of a better term. And that's a great resource for us. It's our biggest college and career readiness resource, and we want you to use that as much as you can. If you have any questions or can't get on, please let me know. We have the North Penn High School Class of 2023 Canvas page where everything that I know from the home office is being relayed. College fairs and representatives. Again, North Penn High School, look on Navient's upcoming college career fairs and events. I will send emails out as they come. And then just go on the websites for admissions offices and websites for any questions you may have about the school. I just gave you a ton of information in a very brief amount of time. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or your counselor in home office at 40, which would be Ms. Cobb, Ms. Turner, or Mr. Turner. Again, this was Mr. Brett from the Future Plan Center. I look forward to working with you in whatever it is you want to do after North Penn High School. Have a great evening.